Today we will discuss a very important aspect of clinical application of oily preparations, that is Chatushprayog. Many of the classical formulations are meant for utilization through multiple ways of administration like Pan, Basti, Nasya, Abhyanga, that is oral consumption, per nasal consumption, per rectal consumption and topical application. So whenever you are preparing any classical preparation, any oily preparation, always remember to maintain optimum hygiene in the process so that at any point of time you should be able to use that oily preparation for oral consumption, for per nasal consumption, for application in the form of eye drops, in topical application in the ear, as a massage oil, as well as the Basti oil per rectally. When some oil is recommended in particular disease, it should be used in maximum possible ways. Oils like Mahanarayan Tel, etc. most of the times it is generally considered as a massage oil. But remember, when you use Mahanarayan Tel orally along with the Abhyanga, it will give you maximum results in Vata Vyadhi. Similarly, Chandan Bala Lakshadi Tel has got very good results when it is simultaneously used through per rectal Basti preparation, per nasal Nasya application, as well as the Abhyanga, means topical massage route of application. So always prepare your oil in that way that it should be used through multiple routes of administration. Here is a table that will demonstrate you the type of paka, its nature and which taste it does pass and for what it is used for. For example, in Am Paka, the oil and decoction or the oil and aqueous material in the mixture is not distinguished separately. It is not separately visible. This stage of Am Paka in oily preparation does not pass any of the stages, but you just need to be conscious because completion is very near. This Am Paka is not suitable for any therapeutic use. Then when you further heat the mixture, then the stage comes that is called as Mridupaka. In this stage, oil is clearly visible separated from the slurry and there is a considerable separable moisture in the kalka. When there is a separable moisture in the kalka, when you taste this kalka or slurry on fire, it will fail the fire taste. It will give you a crackling sound when you hold this kalka on fire. So it will fail the fire taste, but it will pass the gandha taste and varna taste. Means it will demonstrate a good color of the final product as well as a good fragrance of the final product. This Mridupaka oil or ghee is suitable for all kind of therapeutic purposes like Nasya, Pana, Basti and Abhyanga, that is per nasal use, per oral use, per rectal use and topical use for massage. When you further heat the mixture from Mridupaka stage, then next stage comes called as Madhyapaka. Madhyapaka is the optimal stage of cooking in medicated oil preparation. At this stage, the slurry becomes much thicker, forms a bolus that does not stick to the ladle or that does not stick to the cooking vessel. Also, when rolled over the finger, it forms a wick or it forms a thread. At this stage, the moisture contained in the slurry is inseparable from the slurry. So, when you hold this kind of slurry on fire, it will pass the Agni Pariksha, it will pass the fire test. That means it will not give any crackling sound when held on fire. Apart from the fire test, it will pass the wick test, the color test and it will give you a good fragrance. Means Gandha, Varna, Varti as well as the Agni Pariksha is passed by Madhyam Paka. This Madhyam Paka of oily preparation is useful for Pana, Basti and Abhyanga, means per oral consumption, per rectal consumption and topical consumption. You will note that the per nasal consumption is skipped from the list because the Madhyapaka Sneha has become much harsher than the Mridupaka, and on nasal per nasal consumption it may be a little bit irritating for the nasal mucosa. So for you the best paka that can be used for any kind of application, therapeutic application, is Mridupaka, remember it. When you further heat the Madhyapaka Sneha preparation, it will land into Kharpaka, that is excessive heating stage. At this stage, excessive moisture from the slurry is evaporated and the slurry becomes so dry that when rolled into the fingers, it will not form any thread, it will break down into the pieces. At this stage, Phenodgama and Phenishanti, this kind of Paka Pariksha, means test of completeness of the heating process, are visible. Phenodgama means appearance of froth into the oil, and Phenishanti means subsiding of the froth into the oil. Phenodgama, this stage is visible in oily preparation. Phenishanti is visible in Ghrita preparations. Now, for Phenishanti to happen, Phenodgama is initially necessary, isn't it? So, you can say that Phena means froth appears in both the oil and ghee, but in oil the Phena froth continues to appear and in ghee Phena subsides. This Kharpaka is only useful for Abhyanga and for none other therapeutic uses. If you do not stop at the stage of Kharpaka, your oily preparation will enter into the stage of Dagdapaka. At this stage, there is no moisture in the slurry and the slurry burns to give a burnt flavor in your oil. At this stage, there will be no expected fragrance, it will not form varti at all, a little color may be there, but such kind of pak is not suitable for any kind of therapeutic use.